Arsenal Fan TV, here with Flav from the Fighting Cock, the top Tottenham podcast. I know no Arsenal fan would ever have heard of it. If you have heard of it, you've got a problem. But here with Flav, on a serious note, I just wanted to ask Flav one question. What's happened to Harry Kane? What's happened to him? Last season, banging in goals for fun. Now, he can't buy a goal. Is it now reality setting in that he weren't that player that you thought he was?
Honestly, no.
Yeah, honestly.
No, absolutely not. No, he is a bit. I suppose, look...
no goals this season, man. I mean, he's one of our own.
No, I mean, look, we've still got faith in him. You don't score 31 goals. And it's early days. Remember, he didn't score his first league goal until October last season. And he scored a few in the Europa League, but we've only just started that campaign. He needs to score a goal. He needs a couple, and there's no better time than against Arsenal. If he needs confidence or he needs to feel like he's loved again, and he don't, because we still love him clearly, then that's the game to do it. I think if we're thinking about things seriously, he's struggled a little bit because teams have paid attention to him this year. They tried to in the second half of last season, but he was on such good form, he was almost impossible to stop. And you've seen strikers that aren't as good as their form suggests. And maybe there is an element of that with Kane, but to say that he's nothing or it was a fluke is a bit ridiculous, because you've just seen the amount of goals he scored.
Doesn't seem the same player though. He's looking a bit, he's just looking a bit.
He says his confidence ain't dropped. I think it has a little bit, but no one can maintain that form. No one. Not Thierry Henry. Only Messi and Ronaldo maintain.
A minute, Thierry Henry did used to be able to maintain that form.
He's a myth, that geezer.
Thierry Henry's a myth.
Yeah. Cheat.
You can see him laughing anyway. He's not even serious.
No, I'll be serious. Kane will be. He'll be okay, and he won't score 31 goals. Maybe he won't score 31 goals in his career, but that's such a massive return. And we've got massive faith in him. We have to, because he's our only striker at the club, and he's got players around him now who will supply him, and he will start scoring. He is good enough to get his form back. Naturally gifted striker, and. What do you mean? I'm not going to convince you about Harry Kane. I don't need to convince you about anything.
No, it sounds like
you know how good he is.
Sounds like you're trying to convince yourself.
I'm just trying to...
No, because I'm serious. I am just wondering. I'm starting to wonder to myself. I'm like, last year, he was blazing it up. And I'm sure when I spoke to you, you said, and I said to you, is it a fluke? You said, nah, next season be the same thing.
But I asked you where you'd finish this season, and you said you'd finish first. Everyone's convinced at the beginning of the season when we spoke. You said everyone's convinced at the time, and form comes into it massively. With Harry Kane, he is a quality striker. He will score goals. You know he is.
Keep convincing yourself.
You know he is. Everyone out there knows he is. You've seen the goals he scored. He ripped up Chelsea on his own at the time.
I think he's a decent player. I do. I think he's a decent player who had a great season. He's a decent player, but the way some of you lot were going on about him last year, it's like he's world class. He's like he's Aguero. He's as. If I remember rightly, I'm sure you said he's as good as Alexis Sanchez. Stuff like that. I was like, well, what planet's this guy on, man? I mean, he's had a great season, but steady on me. Alexis Sanchez.
I don't know if that was me, to be fair, but what's he scored? 1 goal? Where's all the kind of all the criticism going towards Alexis Sanchez? Aguero, 1 goal.
A little bit different with Alexis Sanchez in that he was busy over in the summer at the Copa America, winning the Copa America for the first time for Chile. He scored the winning goal, if you remember that.
I bet you enjoyed that.
Right? Yeah, I did enjoy it. I love Chile, right? Right. So he won that. And he's come back and he's a little bit tired, to be honest.
Yeah.
We haven't seen the best of Alexis Sanchez because he's a little bit jaded at the moment.
Maybe the best of Alexis Sanchez was last season. He probably ain't the player that you think he is.
He's a year player, man.
1 year player.
He's what you call a year-to-year player. That means Alexis Sanchez, you can be guaranteed that as soon as he's sort of got back into his stride, he's going to be firing.
If you was asked,
Harry Kane, I don't know.
If you asked me this question at Christmas,
it's a bit like Patrick Bamford, a similar type of player. I mean, you don't know.
Well, if you
had a purple patch, maybe that's it. I don't know.
If Kane is still struggling at Christmas, then I will agree that he isn't the player that we think he is. But I don't think he will be. And I think he is every bit of the player that we think he is. And when he hits his form, you'll see.
My best scenario for Harry Kane is this, This is my best scenario for Harry Kane. He has a terrible season until we get right up to like the end of April. And then he starts banging them in, and then he does well for England. That'd be a great season for me for Harry Kane.
See, when England, Arsenal players play for England, I want them to fall over and get injured. The best thing that can happen to me is Walcott falls over and does his shoulder again.
You being serious now?
Yeah, 100%. I hate him.
So, see, this is the thing. They've got a chip on their shoulder. You
I
guys
got
got a chip on your shoulder.
He dug Spurs fans up doing the old 2-0. It's my right to give it back to him.
That's because you lot were having a go at him, because the guy's been, remember, he was injured, he's out for nearly a year. And you lot, as he's walking past, you're there giving him stick and going into him, so he was just pointing out the fact that, reminding you that it was 2-0 at the time, you know what I mean?
It's a North London derby, mate, everything's off limits.
Yeah, but no, even after the game, when you found out about the injury and that, you guys, the way some of your fans were going in about Theo Walcott was a disgrace. You know, I'm sorry, you know,
I mean, look,
jokes aside now, that was a disgrace. The way you lot were attacking Theo Walcott.
I can't remember.
After that, yeah, you can't remember. I didn't think you all seem to forget.
I didn't see it. But no, I mean, all jokes aside, another human being, you don't wish injury on them or anything like that. But you know, when I can't get up for watching Arsenal players play for England, there's just something that stops me from doing it. And I don't wish injury on Walcott or any other Arsenal player or any other human being on earth. To be honest, I'm a fun-loving guy, but there's something about Arsenal fans or Arsenal Football Club and the players that play for you that just block me off, and I can't enjoy anything.
Because you wish you had those players.
Do you know what, Chelsea?
That's right. You wish you had those players.
I couldn't even laugh at Chelsea losing the other day because I knew Arsenal fans would be enjoying it as well. There's something wrong with me, obviously, but that's just the way I am.
There's something wrong with all Tottenham fans. There's something wrong with all Tottenham fans. But listen, we're all looking forward to the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Harry Kane going to score?
I reckon a couple. Brace.
Yeah?
Yeah.
If Alexis Sanchez plays, which I hope he does, I think this is the game he's going to get off the mark.
Yeah, probably.
I think you're lot in trouble, man.
Really?
In trouble.
We'll see. I've seen us get beat by Arsenal. I've come back from it before. I'll be all right. Whether you lot will be all right is another question.
You've seen us get beat by Arsenal. You've seen yourself get beaten by Arsenal a lot of times.
Yeah, I have.
This is just going to add to the collection.
I've grown a thick skin over the years. I don't, I get on with it. It hurts a little bit. I've got to be honest. It does hurt.
It hurts you deeply. The way you talk, I can tell it hurts deep inside. Right? And I can tell.
It fucking hurts. It really hurts. It's horrible.
So listen, leave your comments below. Is Harry Kane a fluke? Who's better? Actually, let me ask this question. Might be a stupid question.
Yeah, what, on Arsenal Fan TV? Yeah.
On Arsenal Fan TV. Tottenham fans, you're invited into this forum as well. You're welcome for today, yeah? Who's the better player? Harry Kane or Alexis Sanchez? No bias about it, just be honest on it. Who's the better player?
Who would I rather have at my club is a better question. Harry Kane. You're coming to the mighty Tottenham Hotspur, right? No, we're not mucking about anymore. This is a big game.
It's always a big game when we play. Even this is a Carling Cup. Normally, we put a load of kids out. Hold on a minute. Last time we put a load of kids out, we still beat you anyway.